autumn is coming. Today I'm out for a walk in Glasgow. I've been nursing a bit of an injury recently, a bit of an ankle injury from climbing a Munro quite recently. So I thought I'd come local and not put too much stress on the ankle. This is a park just on the outskirts of Glasgow called Linn Park, and I've been here 5 or 6 times with my camera and never managed to take a photo that I'm 100% happy with. So today I am going to break that trend. Determined to get a photo here today of something that I'm happy with. This park is great. It's got a forest, it's got a river, the paths all around it, so it's a really good place to come, to get out, to do a bit of exploring, and just so local to Glasgow as well. There's no reason not to come here. And got the first image of the day. I've got the camera all set up, it's on the tripod ready to go, and I'll just show you what I've got here. This here in the background, it's what I think are some weeds, brown in the bottom, some nice rustic brown autumnal colours. It then is a little bit white on the top of the weed, and the background I've got some red berries and some green foliage as well, which I'm trying to just blur out. So I've gone for quite a shallow depth of field. I've got it set to f5, 5.0. I've got a shutter speed of 100th of a second and the ISO is 800. I've had to put that up a little bit just to try and freeze a little bit of motion as it's quite windy today. First picture, here we go. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I've walked 20 meters up the track and I've found this little tree. I hope you can see just in the middle of all that white. It looks amazing and I cannot wait to get the camera out to get it set up and a few pictures of that. We've got the brown, we've got the white, we've got that little tree in the middle. There's red berries on the tree. Ooh, that is pretty autumnal. What do you think? I have struggled a little bit with this picture. I really wanted to isolate the tree and I've been struggling to do that with my 24 to 105mm lens. I've got f4 on that and it just wasn't giving me a shallow enough depth of field. So I have put my 50mm 1.8 under the camera and I think it's doing a better job, but because of that I am now in the bushes, and spiky bushes at that. There has been blood drawn and I'm squeamish. Not a good combination. If there's one thing you can take away from today, it is don't do photography when you're hungry. And my enthusiasm level has just dropped. Just the inspiration goes. Always try and bring a little snack with you, just to stop off somewhere. So that's exactly what I'm planning to do now. And after, my enthusiasm levels will be super high. Here I am down at the river. As I've said, I've been here a few times with the camera and I've done my head in trying to find a place to set up the camera to get a nice picture of this waterfall. I haven't really found anything that works that well, but I thought I'd let you see the waterfall anyway. It's a reasonably big one. Quite impressive. I've come to one of my least favourite areas to photograph, and that's probably because I'm no good at photographing this area. Working in forests and woodlands and that kind of thing, I really struggle because there's so much chaos in this place. All the trees are unevenly spread out, the forest floor is littered with just leaves and branches, and everything's just so disorganised, and it's quite hard to find patterns that work in photos. So that's why I'm here today, to try and work on that a little bit and hopefully get a nice little photo along the way. I've been dandering about the forest for about an hour and a half now, and I think I've had enough. I just can't find any kind of composition that I'm happy to stop and set the tripod up for. I think I'm going to start making my way back home. Something interesting on the ground. I've checked out a few other locations and nothing's really catching my eye. A lovely day here. Linn Park is a cracking place to come to, and if you can, definitely make it along. And had a great morning, really happy with some of the images that I captured this morning with those different layers of colour. The afternoon, slightly more challenging. Forests are something which I don't enjoy too much, but I will have to get a little bit more practice in that kind of thing. Just making my way along the path here, back over to the train station, and then away back home. Some lunch is in order.